Alrighty.
Ooh.
It is hot in here.
Yes.
It's like
Oh my god.
warmer than it was during summer.
There's no air.
There's air! Yeah, it smells like old man balls in here, and it's not even us.
It's not us.
It's actually older men's balls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Sponsored by Old Man's Balls. The lack of air is sponsored by
The kind of
Old
balls
man
you don't buy in a toy store. I don't know.
What?
Yep.
Cool. With that said, welcome back to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast. Had to laugh. With me, Elias.
And me, Robert.
And this week, we are about a month away from Inktober. So we thought that we were going to throw this one out early this year for you guys to have time to prep, plan, and execute. Whatever the fuck that means. I just made it up.
Inktober.
Exactly. So we thought of hitting it with from a new different angles this time and trying to sort of give you a better experience with the whole Inktober thing. Or whichever of these sort of Drawtober, Drawloween things you want to do.
Yeah. And just, stay ahead of the game, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get stressed out. Don't get destroyed by the pressure. And whatever else we can think of that is exactly the same
Because when
thing.
you do that, kittens die.
Yes, exactly.
All around the world.
Do you really want to kill kittens?
Want to kill kittens? Huh?
No.
No.
Exactly. No. So how you been, bro?
I don't know. I feel a bit weird, but
Explain.
I think I did last episode and the episode before that. I don't know. I just
Emptiness.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lack of I've drawn for work now a lot, but private stuff I just can't.
But when you draw stuff for work, do you feel energized and is it fun or is it just
It's just work.
Yeah.
No, but it's just I know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the work stuff is just draw this thing, draw that thing. Try to draw something, try to combine these or, there's a theme, there's something there. And I have to do it. I can't not do it because it's my job.
Yeah.
With my personal stuff.
Nothing.
At the moment, there is nothing there. If it was something that I did that I was going to do that, I would do that. That's not a problem. It's the lack of that. That's kind of...
to do that.
To do that. Exactly. Bop. I can't think of anything to draw. And when I just start drawing, it all ends up being the same thing. That's what I feel like. So.
Okay. But maybe do something totally different then. Because, even if you're doing the burning and the drilling and the epoxy and all of that stuff.
It's all the same for me.
Exactly. It's still the same thing. Yeah. So maybe just, I don't know, draw a portrait. Try just doing a realistic portrait because that is, you don't have to think about it. You just copy the photo.
Whatever it is you see.
Yeah.
I might do that. I might do that in ink because that's very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
But just to really force yourself out of it, and maybe that will kickstart something. I don't know.
I'll try it. I'll try to do a couple of portraits in ink.
Yeah.
See where that takes me. No,
start with something.
Yeah. No, but it's fine. I think portraits in ink might be fun.
Yeah.
No. It's
you don't look convinced at all.
No, but it is one of those things that you can do it. It probably won't be nice, but at least it'll be done. You know?
Something.
So I'll try that.
Yeah, good. At least I
have a photo saved that I really like. It's this girl with a lot of tattoos and nice clothes that I kind of I love the vibe in them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to do that one.
Nice.
Because I did save it just today. I was like, this is awesome. I'll save it for reference later. And then I just, usually you just let them go. So I'll try to follow up on that and kind of get my spirits up because I feel kind of artistically drained.
Yeah. I think it comes sort of around this time.
Dude, I think so too. I think
it feels like a common theme when you listen to the yearly.
Yeah, as we do listen back on old episodes. But I did yesterday I was doing stuff around this morning I was just prepping the kids for school and stuff, and I just the thought struck me that it is just a lot of things that change sort of like simultaneously when you get back to work,
Yeah.
It's that you have to work to make a living. You have to, like, I have to sit and do my work, like I'm locked in sort of like during that time. It's like a lot of like I've been so active and now I'm not active. Like suddenly I'm not as active. Like I'm active, compared to other people, but that's not the kind of active that I need for my mental sort of well-being.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing now that I'm less active. And remember, I am not very like inactive. But for me as a person, though, I need so much more activation that it is a bit not depressing, but it's just not as great.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't feel like I'm living as much.
No.
As when I was on vacation.
But I think you need to be around people again. Like,
I was out 3 times last week. Like,
oh, really?
I was out the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I was out on Tuesday. I was out on Friday. I was out a lot.
Okay.
And I even worked shorter days last week. Like, not shorter days, but I did take the opportunity to leave the house,
Yeah.
But no, it's not the same. It's not the same. Like, those small escapes do not help at this point, at least.
Yeah.
But the weather is still nice. You can still go out, like we're dressed now, like,
Yeah, just t-shirts.
T-shirt. Like I've been out in shorts most days. Like this is the first day I'm having long pants and I'm regretting it so much because this room is...
Yeah, but that's just this room.
Whew. Yeah, this room is killer.
Outside is actually kind of chilly. Like,
it's fine.
I'm happy I brought my kind of...
My pants.
Yeah, my pants
Legs.
and my jacket.
But dude, that's me. How are you?
Oh, I am tired. Super tired, but I haven't really done much. Went to visit the folks this weekend, which was nice. I haven't seen them in a couple of months. And then, I did start drawing something, which is a lot of fun. I don't know if I should talk a little bit about that during the tools segment, maybe, just to have something to talk about.
But we do have something to talk about today in tools.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So I could just talk about it now. No, I just decided to utilize one of my tattoo flashes as reference for a painting rather than a tattoo. And again, it's one of those situations kind of like the aliens tattooed poster that I did, which was like, it's right there. And I just didn't think about utilizing it for this medium. I've had so much fun drawing it, but it's also because I've had time to draw. I had a friend got sick, so I had to like reschedule him, so I got that day off, and not having to do anything that day because, well, it was just a free day, and decided to start drawing this thing and just sort of went on and off that thing the whole day and night, more or less, and just like, I don't know, it reminded me of back in the day when it was a lot of fun to create for yourself. And like, of course, getting the response that I got from all you guys, fantastic. It just made it so much more fun. And well, I think with this one, it's so extremely personal.
You don't want to share what it is? Just like you're talking about it, but you're not talking about it.
Yeah, that's true. No, so if you are following me on either one of my Instagrams, the tattoo one in particular, I've posted a lot of these samurai stormtrooper, sort of Star Wars inspired samurai pieces that I want to do as tattoos. Now, all of the ones that I've posted have become tattoos. They're not all finished, but like there's something there that people really, really like. And with these ones, I've just done them for myself and put them out there because like this is something that I really want to do. And for some reason, it's a cool thing that people want as tattoos.
Very cool.
Yes. So then, I just took one of those references more or less and made it into a A3 painting drawing instead that I'm still working on. Like, I'm not stressing this at all. And I think that's what makes it so much fun as well. Like, this is just for me, even though it's already sold and it's like, it's not mine at all. But it's like, I decide when it's done, and it's just like, I don't know, a sense of freedom in this piece that I haven't felt in a very, very long time. So yeah, at this stage, I'm still really enjoying it, but now I'm just so extremely tired that I can't make myself go back and work when I have time off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but with that said, like, apart from drawing that piece, I've done absolutely nothing and just been working, I'm trying to work a little bit more now, just so I can have a little bit of time off in October, like I talked about before. But also slowly realizing that I'm not going to get that much work in to be able to take time off, because, like, in reality, I need to make double rent. You know, I need to make enough money to pay for the chair in the tattoo shop and pay for my rent and all of that stuff, on top of buying a trip somewhere and living during these weeks off. That's not possible.
That is a weird thing with tattoo parlors, though, that you have to pay for your chair when you're on vacation.
Yeah, that's a part of the deal.
That's a sucky deal.
It is.
That's why you make your own studio.
Mm-hmm.
Blackjack and no.
Yeah. But yeah, so it kind of sucks. Like, I got a little bit depressed thinking about that, but I'm trying to just keep working, and then we'll see how much money I actually do have left over. But the thing is, because I decided to take some time off, of course the tax man is coming and like, oh yeah, by the way, I need a little bit more money this month, which is
you need to buy more shit, man.
Gonna empty out everything. Yeah. Which is why I bought some shit today, but it's just stupid shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
expensive shit.
It's depressing, but it's like, I don't know. I'm trying to make the best of it. I'm trying to not think about it too much, because it does make me very bummed out.
Yeah, of course.
So we'll see what happens. Like, at this stage, I still have those 3 weeks not booked. Like, I booked them for myself. We'll see how that goes. Like, towards the end of next month. Like,
you know what I feel like? I feel like I should start my own tattoo studio.
Yeah.
With no experience, and just get you all in there.
Just do that.
God damn it.
Just like, manage people. Yeah.
Just, it's so dumb. Like, the way that people do this. It just, pisses me off.
So, yeah. Should we...
Sketch with Curious Tattoo Studio. Here we go. Before we do that, though, thank you so much for tuning in every week, listening to our stupid voices.
The rants.
Talk about stuff, derail the shit out of conversations. But if you do enjoy them, please share them in your Instagram stories, Twitter, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, wherever you can share the podcast or recommend it to a friend. It really does make a big difference for us. We can already see the numbers going up every time, someone does share, and also people are coming back from vacation. We really appreciate that, and please keep doing it, and we'll keep, spouting nonsense.
Yeah, we'll just keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
Whatever we're doing, we will be doing.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on. Yeah, that's exactly thing. Right. Yeah, that's it.
And with that said,
Skap-a-doobity-bop.
Skip-a-boop-bop. God damn it.
Intro away.
Thought I had something.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
Arigato, and we're back.
Yeah, try to bring it up. Come on, we can do this.
Yeah, but there's no air.
There's no air. It's warm. It's
I tried farting, but it went down my I don't know. The heat is getting to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week.
Heat is on. Sorry. Yep. And this week.
No, but the thing is, like, usually we do pre-tober, a week before Inktober starts.
Yeah.
And we thought that we were going to, like, sort of get this in time this year and actually try to give you some tips and tricks, like, from our past experience to help you along the way.
Yes.
We did cover it quite good last year, I think.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to try a different angle this year.
Yeah.
Or maybe we said this last year as well. We don't remember.
And we never do anything we say that we do.
Yeah, exactly. So
stay tuned.
Some ideas, though, to how to sort of approach Inktober. Because Inktober, as fun as it is, like these monthly challenges, they are stressful as fuck.
Very much so.
It doesn't really matter if I go... Like, I don't have the ability to go small.
No.
Like, I will go illustrations, or I haven't drawn anything.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I have a style that's very sort of easy to kind of push out a lot. Even if it's just a small thing that is in focus, I can just, kind of fake the rest.
Yeah, but it's never small, like you said.
Yeah, it's never small. But I mean, like, usually it's like a pose or something that's the difficult part. The rest is just nonsense.
Yeah.
But I have to sort of nail it in just ink, which is the hard part. But we're going to try to sort of like cover how maybe we should all approach Inktober this year. Mm-hmm. And that's like, just fucking start before Inktober starts.
Yeah.
Just get ahead of the fucking curve.
Exactly. I mean, even if you are just 5 pieces ahead, it's still going to be ahead.
5 pieces ahead, yeah.
And that's going to be sort of, I don't know, a rolling start.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like,
you won't rest for 5 days.
October kicks in, you'll be sort of ready to go.
Yeah.
Rearing to go. But with that said, like, I don't know how I will be tackling this year's Inktober at all. I'm taking
dude, if you could do like a simpler version of the Samurai Stormtroopers for every day.
Oh, dude, no.
Yes.
I'm like, no.
Simpler.
Dude, no.
Simpler.
Like, I'm halfway with this one, and it's taken me like 16 hours.
Okay, never mind.
But I mean, I like where your head's at, but no, it's gonna be way too much. I want to make them
weak, Robert.
Bigger, more detailed pieces.
Make one piece, Robert, for the entire month.
Yeah, I'll just post one piece of armor. Like one
every
of those
day you take one of those little squares,
Yeah. I'm like, did another one.
But seriously, though, okay, some different ways to approach Inktober, though, that I think is super helpful is to theme it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you're not following the prompts.
Yeah, fuck the prompts. Like, I did follow the prompts yesteryear.
Yesteryear.
Yes. I followed the prompts. But it can be really nice to just theme it all. Like, if you have something that you're really comfortable drawing, and then you could just, introduce that character or whatever the fuck it is, if it's fish or flora, whatever you like drawing.
Yeah.
Do that for a month, and explore that. Because sometimes putting, more time into what you're really good at can get you, like, crazy fucking good at it, Because we all have the comfort zone stuff, but is the comfort zone stuff so good that people are like, what the fuck is that, Because that's usually what social media gives you. They give you a person that is really good at this one thing that you're like, oh my God, I can't understand how good they are at this. And then when they draw anything else, it sucks, but they're really good at this one thing that we're all amazed by. And
that's what you see.
Yeah. I'm not saying that everyone is like that, but there are a lot of us out there that can do that thing, like the one thing that makes us look better than we are.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong in that. And if you have one of those skills or like one thing that you're really good at, utilize that during Inktober. Because what I've realized from doing this since, I don't know,
couple of years now,
yeah, it's always stressful. It's always stressful.
It doesn't matter if you have a lot of time or no time
or
at
if
all.
You're black or white or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It still sucks.
It's going to be stressful.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be stressful.
Yeah, and if you go in with like full confidence and you have this plan and everything's awesome,
still sucks.
2-3 days in, you're going to hate everything and you're going to just drop it.
Yeah.
So it's that's why I'm like, I don't know if I will be like doing the full thing this year. I'm going to try. And if I do get a little bit of time off from work, then I'll have a little bit more time to sketch.
Yeah.
And hopefully I can utilize that to just, do a cool theme or whatever. But I think what we're talking about today is a very, very smart thing. And I will try to implement this and just get a little bit of a heads up or a head start.
Yeah. I think just having
during
that.
September and like maybe start sketching out some thumbnails, maybe just plan out, because that's what I did last year.
I don't care about the prompts
and like,
in that way.
No, but I think if you want to get more likes, you should follow the prompts.
I'll come back to that.
Yeah, but what I did last year was I sketched out like really, really rough sketches of really random things that popped into my head and just let the pen do the talking more or less. And then every day I just sat down and inked one of those sketches. And some came out okay, some came out really shit, but I didn't care. I just wanted to push them out. And that was a good plan because I really stayed on top of it and got ahead of the game. But I wasn't happy with any one of them. Really, so like I didn't get that satisfaction of like, fuck yeah, this was great. But yeah, I stayed with the theme. I stayed with the brushes that I used and the format and all of this stuff. So like I like that because it looks nice in the feed.
In the feed, yeah.
But I think this time I want to plan it out maybe a little bit more, and I am actually a little bit curious of doing like something similar to your Olpa theme thing, like have a character that you follow a narrative with. I think that could be fun.
It is fun.
But like I have no characters. There's nothing there. Dude. Maybe I should do like Stormtrooper Samurais, just like
like that's a good idea.
But simpler versions.
No, but I'm thinking like not always full body or anything, like it could be just
different
like the Ronin hat, close up, sort of like a fade, something.
But just have that as the theme.
Yeah, I'm thinking like the ink sketches from the concept art of what's the game that we just played? Tsushima. Yeah. Like ink sketches with with stormtroopers. Yeah. Just simpler. Digital, even if you want to, like, doesn't matter.
Digital, I think I'm gonna not do digital because I did digital last year. So this year it feels like I owe it to myself to do this traditionally. Also, just bought a new sketch pad.
And dude, and maybe try to just do them straight in ink so that it'll take less time. But try,
that'll be interesting to see how it comes out.
Because how I do it is like I do a couple of tries of the stuff that I have a hard time with, Yeah. And then the rest I kind of like make up as I go. But I just need, some of the difficult angles or something like I need to work that out sometimes. Yeah. On the side. And then I just like, okay, this.
Maybe I'll do, like I just got that, well, kind of what you said, but have like all of that in one piece
page.
Of paper.
Yeah, and then you have the other one.
No, the whole thing. So I have all of the rough sketches and stuff, sort of
the whole Inktober on one
sort
page,
of in the corners of the piece, and then that frames the actual piece. So I tried different things on the sides, and then I take a close up and the full piece of paper, so you can see the process of.
Sure.
Just it was a random thought. We'll see. Fuck it. I don't know what I'm doing, but
it's an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like in my head that seems like a cool way to do it. It could look good. It could look really messy as well, but I kind of like messy.
But I was thinking as well, like one of the tips to give people is to just have one piece of paper for all of it. Yeah. And then you just
I've never tried that.
I haven't tried that either. But I know people that have. Yeah. And or some do several pages, but there's like 5 or 6 days of them on there. Yeah. So if you want to follow the prompts or just, because if you follow the prompts, you'll only have like a week in advance, I think. I don't know how far ahead he releases those.
Yeah, I don't know
2
either.
weeks.
It feels like he releases them pretty early, but maybe he doesn't.
Yeah, maybe it'll come out next week when this drops. I don't know.
Yeah. So maybe we can, if he releases it before.
We'll do a follow-up on some episode or like on the Instagrams.
Yes, on the grams.
But the cool thing is there are a lot of ways to do this.
You could do one piece a week.
Yeah. Like you could
4 pieces.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
you could break this down however you want to. Like, it could be a project that you're sitting on.
Mm.
Like, I need to ink these comic pages. Then
Perfect.
There
you go.
Good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For having a comic
Yeah.
that you can ink. But it really doesn't matter.
No.
Just get something down on paper, and the more you have planned, the better this shit is going to be. Because I usually just sit there and like, okay, then here we are again this year.
Mm-hmm.
No idea what the fuck to draw. And it's already sort of stressing me out right now that I just sat down today on the train and I was just like, blank, blankety, blank, blank, motherfucker. And I did draw some stuff and I was like, yeah, this is fun. No, not. And then
you
just
threw your sketchbook out of the
Yeah,
train.
I just put it back in the bag. I'm like, nah, I'm going to put like stress on me for like this. I'm just going to leave it.
Yeah.
There's too much other stuff going on for this to be important. And I'm already sort of drawing to get paid, so I'm fine in that sense. So I don't have to stress about the thing I'm already getting paid for. It's a good thing to remember, like, even if it is work that I'm doing, there is some satisfaction in that I've actually succeeded in, living off of my art.
Yeah.
So I don't have to stress about that part right now.
No, I think that is really important to remind yourself of.
Mm-hmm.
Like every chance you get, just take a step back and look at the whole situation and just accept that you have made it in the sense of the word. Really, like you're living the dream.
Yeah. I posted, like, when you're listening to this, a week ago, I posted an image that says, I'm drawing pirates for money today, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Who gets to do that?
Yeah.
Like, not a lot of people,
I have done that.
Yeah,
yes.
and that's the cool
feels
thing.
Good.
Yeah, it feels good.
so
Yeah.
good.
So even if, some days you're bummed out because work is work, but in perspective, though, it's a good job.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good gig.
Yeah.
So...
But all right, so what else can we utilize the month prior to Inktober for? Like, of course, getting materials. Maybe we should talk about that.
I think
in
we
the
should
tools
section. Yeah, we'll do that in tools and try to keep this one more of like process ideas, themes. I don't know.
And then I think we'll probably have an Inktober episode.
Yeah, just before we go.
So
and
just
maybe
talk
like
about what we have decided on doing.
Yeah,
and
but we can also do we can't do a weekly because we're 1 week behind all the time.
Exactly.
But we can do sort of like a little short one in tools if we discover something fun or.
Yeah. Or like towards the very end. Like
yeah.
I guess like if we recorded the week before the end of Inktober, we can talk about what we have done and where we're at and all of that stuff kind of.
But I'm thinking just like theme-wise though, try to sort of rack your brain. What am I good at?
Yeah.
What am I sort of like? What could I invest some time in?
Yes,
because
really
I feel like
starting your mind into the game.
Because I feel like starting with something you're not comfortable with, it's just gonna stress you out.
It's gonna be demotivating.
I think so. I think so. Because what I've learned, because people are like, oh, it doesn't have to be good. It just has to. Nobody wants to post shit online.
Exactly.
Okay.
It
so
hurts.
Let's just get that.
My
Yeah,
soul.
it fucking hurts. Yeah.
It's still there for some reason.
And one way to do Inktober is not to post it.
Yeah.
But for some people, it lacks some type of satisfaction, So I'm going to let that be a personal choice. Like, I don't care if you post it online or not. But one thing to kind of decide on before you do Inktober is, like, what is the reason behind it?
Yeah.
Are you trying to live off your art and you want to get more recognition? Or is it that I just want to draw and have fun and have the community thing? And I think
you're following, or
but that is the first one. That is what I mean. Like, is it a promotional thing?
Yeah.
Or is it? Doesn't mean it can't be both. I just mean like which one is your emphasis? Like there's no right or wrong here. Like I think like all these like Inktober stuff and all the community activities and hashtags when they're like hot, like it is during Inktober and a little while after, they're all valid reasons to and great opportunities to kind of up your following. I got, I think, 7,000 last year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's more. I had 5,000 or 6,000, and I got to 14, where I am at today.
That's
like
crazy.
it hasn't moved because I haven't done that much. But it is it's just like you can really utilize this. I'm not saying that you're going to succeed.
No.
But the opportunity is there. If you hashtag away, with all the relevant hashtags and sort of like, engage with the community and try to, drop in some, like find some new artists and kind of, I love how your take on this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Follow,
A little bit of effort.
Yeah. But then again, it kind of takes, like, you're going to have to work for it though.
Well, but that's life.
Yeah. No, but that's what I mean. But that's the problem with social media. Social media does not teach you anything about life. You know what I mean?
No.
It's just like I'm going to go on social media and I'm going to be famous.
Exactly.
It's not like I'm going to work hard at social media and become famous. It's just I'm going to post stuff and then forget about it and then be famous. And
Exactly.
then nobody likes my stuff.
Yeah. It's not called Latergram, all right? It's Instagram. Get it?
Instant. Yeah.
Exactly.
And you got to be social.
Yeah.
It's a social platform. But it's a great opportunity. And I think it's really good to kind of, realize what you want to get out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you can focus your efforts sort of like, okay, I'll start ahead. I'm not going to follow the prompts because they don't mean anything to me. There is a good thing about following the prompts is that Inktober might post your shit. It's a very small chance, though. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't put my eggs in that basket.
No.
But it's a thing. And just, like if you prep ahead, you can create some better stuff. And, you can just like if you're prepped, let's say you have you're a couple of days ahead, it's not going to get as much of a chore, like you can just produce some cool stuff and post. And I think it really, really, really does help when you don't have that stress demon over your shoulder, like, oh my God, I need to make today's sketch. Okay, I need to work, and then I'll get home at 11, and then like, oh my God, and then you have to stay up till past midnight to finish your sketches.
Yeah.
So it's really, really, really
something satisfying that I did a couple of years ago was that I did them in the morning, so before work. So I got up.
I could never do that.
Yeah, but this is the luxury of starting at 12 o'clock during the day.
Okay, yeah.
So if I get up at 8 o'clock, I still have a couple of hours. But that also has, again, the fire in the ass with it, because I know I need to leave for work.
Yeah.
So I only have this hour to prep, and then I need breakfast and do this. But it just gave you that sense of accomplishment in the morning, and you went to work, and then you did your work, and you came home, and you were like, oh yeah, fuck, I already did that.
Yeah.
And then you could start the next day's sketch or whatever it was.
However you want to
but
do
it just felt so good starting the day, getting it done. And like, it wasn't anything special, but it just, that's, I think, one of the ways that I will try to tackle it if I do it this year. Again, just try to keep it to the mornings rather than stay up late at night. And just, I don't know, stay motivated that way and just accomplish things. Yeah.
And also something about doing them in advance. If you know that, because, all of our accounts have, we have a specific time during the day where they perform better. If I post in the morning, nobody gives a fuck. They're getting ready for work. They're doing their thing.
Yeah.
But when I post in the afternoon, Swedish afternoon for some reason, it goes way better. I don't know what it is. Like, if it's like the Swedes are just getting off of work and, they're on their phones. And then you have the Americans just waking up or something. And that combo, I don't know. I can see a clear difference, like, from like the initial response on my posts. If I post like after like 5 or 6.
Okay.
The it's just a better response. Yeah. In general. So if I do them in advance, I could always post them during that time, or like I think
then you can choose
when to post. You don't have to like, oh fuck, it's
like
2 a.m. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's and then you post it and nobody cares.
Yeah. But that's if you want to grow your following and work that way.
It's a
then you need to plan that out.
Yeah, it worked for me last year. I was chaos, dude. I posted at all crazy hours.
Yeah.
But once I got the momentum, it didn't really matter.
No.
The least I would get was like 1,700.
That's great.
And then it would just keep going. Like the first ones are a bit lower, like 900,000. For the first, I think 9 days, 6 days.
900,000.
No, yeah, and then it just kept going crazy, But it was still up and down, Like some got like 7,000, some got 11. Then it went down to like 2,000. But it's still all good numbers. Like I didn't care.
Yeah.
For the amount of followers that I had, that was crazy. So just imagine if I could have been posting at my prime time every day. That would have been even better, I think.
Yeah.
But I was super lucky. I had some big accounts shout me out there. One of them being Inktober twice. And but I also had some other friends and stuff, Dimitris Pandadzis on Instagram, our friend Night Ruse, just you, and just like all of our close friends, a lot of you from the show, and I think some of my images had, like they've taken away. I can't see how many people share my work anymore.
Oh, okay.
But last year, some of the images, they had like 400 or 500 reshares. I was like, what? And then the save thing that you can do, the bookmark thing, I had like, I think one of my has like 4,000 or 5,000 saves. You're like, what?
That's
and
awesome.
that kind of boosts your posts,
Yeah. And your ego.
And my ego, yeah.
But that makes you just want to keep creating because that's the rush.
It is exactly, but you can't be a slave to it, and I think I've done that pretty well this year.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's dangerous.
It is dangerous
because it's so easy to get caught up in it, and then all of a sudden you're just creating to get that, and then you're gonna get bummed out because you're never gonna reach that again because you're trying to reach it, and so it goes. And
my account, being a lucky person apparently when it comes to Instagram, is that I hadn't posted in about 6 or 7 weeks. I did post, and my engagement is still good.
Nice.
Which is awesome because I have not been stressing about it. But now that I got that, it was still like, that's actually pretty nice. But it is important to, I think, doing Inktober in advance will help you sort of level out. So if you get a good momentum like I did, you won't work like a fucking savage. So at the end of Inktober, you don't want to draw for a while and lose your momentum. If you can get like a nice pace, you don't have to worry about, upkeep or, whatever. You can just keep that ball rolling.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try doing it in advance as well if I can get my drawing hand out of my ass right now. And I'm going to try some different things. One thing that I'm thinking of doing as well is that I didn't do last year is film part of the process.
Okay, while you're inking. Yeah. Smart.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
And then post it in Reels, and break it up and kind of like utilize it. Because I think that Inktober is such a great opportunity to do that. And I think that I have the momentum. I think that my Inktober this year might start off a bit stronger than last year. Because last year, before Inktober, my account was dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was okay, but, it was like 300 to 500 likes. And Inktober really kickstarted it.
Yeah.
And it's still active. Like, it's still doing, like, the algorithm for some fucking reason still says, good stuff, bro.
Yeah, but that's awesome. That's so great.
Yeah.
That is really awesome.
So, but what I keep learning every year and not doing anything about it, and I think this is where successful people are, like, where the difference is between us and successful people in the sense of, Instagram success, is that they find a rhythm that they can keep.
And then they have that routine, and they just
keep at it, and they never stress about it. You don't have to stress about it because you always have stuff.
Yeah,
like you film it, you draw it, and it's kind of like, okay, now I have 1 million pieces of content. I don't have to fucking draw this week. I don't even have to draw next week. I actually don't have to draw the rest of this year because, like Artem, for example, would be that. He's very fast now. So, but I mean, like, if you can get a nice tempo and get some sketches out and some film sketches, like, you're set.
Yeah.
And if you start in advance, you'll have even more.
Yeah.
So I think...
we make it sound so good and easy.
Oh, dude, it never is. That's why I'm saying
but I'm already
early.
Like feeling pumped to start
Yeah,
because
but
we're
you should.
talking about it.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Until you get home.
Yeah,
That's why you
of
should be
course.
drawing while listening to this.
Yes.
And one piece of advice for the people that use
Procreate.
no, they use pencil.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want to start with the inking sort of and want to say that for Inktober, that's cool. Do 31 sketches. Pencil sketches that you can use that are ready for sort of like
Inktober.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that really does help as well. Like just prepping. Because for me, usually the problem isn't the drawing, it's the idea.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, I want to do like Opa running, and then things are coming towards her. Yeah, that's cool, but it's very abstract,
Yeah.
When I try to put it on paper, I'm just like, okay, I have no idea how to do this. I don't know how to make the pose look dynamic. I don't know how to force the perspective in the way that I want it, and you start facing all these problems and you can't, like, that's not something you want to be solving on the day of, you know what I mean? You want to have this solved already.
Yeah.
So if you want to be crazy like me and do sort of like this cohesive sort of set of drawings, start ahead. Like, fucking start ahead.
Yeah.
And they can be that complicated and they can be so simple. Like our friend Dominus that fucking just drew weapons and helmets.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, just do that. And his Instagram looked so good that Inktober.
Yeah, so smooth.
Yeah, so
Perfect.
fucking good.
Mm.
But he really makes that like black ink stuff look hand-drawn almost. Like it was so good.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of ways to sort of approach Inktober and not die. Because I feel like every year, like I've had, like the last 2 years have been quite successful, like the one better than the other. But at the end, I am dead.
Yeah, but you've always been sort of right on the day or even behind.
Yeah.
Like that's
right
always
on the
been
day
your
behind, right? Yeah, exactly.
every year.
All the time.
But again, it's that pressure
And I'm
that
always
forces
behind. I'm
you.
always ahead the first week.
Yeah.
Like a lot ahead. Like I'm like a couple of days ahead, and then it just like
And then
life
it
happens.
stops.
Yeah. No, but life happens. I can't come up with the ideas.
Yeah.
And you just start 1 day behind, 2 days behind. Like it just keeps piling up. And the more it happens, the likelier you are not to finish.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to get overwhelming and you're going to get so discouraged and you're just going to be like, fuck
You're
it.
setting yourself up for failure,
exactly.
basically. Yeah.
And that doesn't feel good. That feels really, really bad because it's that, like going back to the quitting episode, I guess, like you don't want to be a quitter. Like,
nobody feels good
if you
about
decide
quitting,
to start Inktober, you should commit. Like
that is a really good topic to bring up as well.
Committing, not
Committing.
quitting.
Yeah, not quitting. Like, but I mean, just like when you take up a challenge, even if you fail miserably at it, let's say you reach the end of Inktober, at least you didn't stop before it ended. You know what I mean? Because I think if you quit afterwards, I don't care because Inktober is over.
Yes.
But you gave it your best and you learned something. Basically, this episode is just, we've been doing this for
4 years?
It's more.
Is it?
I remember it as far back as 2016, and I had already failed it 2 or 3 times before that.
I remember.
Because I gave away the 2016 sketches to my followers on my old account.
I think I did mostly portraits 2016.
Yeah.
And they were pretty good. I did Ryan Reynolds ones. I did.
Yeah, exactly. I remember those. Yeah.
So like that's when I was really into the portraits and good at them, and that's why I could do them as Inktober sketches because it was like an hour. So I remember those, and then 17.
That
was
is actually awesome. That you like if you used your old portrait technique for Inktober, that would be awesome as well.
Yeah, I was thinking of doing something like that, but now I'm kind of into the creating I think more doing a character and then doing like the Elias way, more or less. Like just do a little trip with this character, whatever it's going to be. Like I definitely don't want to like just copy you straight up. I want to do more.
Yeah, but I don't think you will copy me straight off because you think differently.
Yes.
So it'll just be different. So,
but more kind of like every day is a panel of a comic book. Something like that. We'll see what happens. But that could be actually really cool if you can plan out like a full finished story
in
31 panels.
On the sort of like to honor this episode, complicate shit.
Yes. Yes. See, this is the bad thing, because now I'm getting like a lot of stupid ideas, and I know that I'm not going to be doing any of this.
Yes.
But
this is everyone.
Exactly. Like, we're spitting this out there for all of you. So if you get inspired by the shit that I'm spouting, go ahead. You do that thing. Like, keep at it. Don't quit.
Yeah.
But because we haven't started yet, we're just brainstorming here. This is okay to quit. Or not even start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see that, and it, like, in my head, it feels good. It feels really good. I'm getting pumped.
Yeah.
But
yeah, boy.
Yeah. But I know that it's going to be like me just taking like 2 full days to like come up with the character and sketch different cool ideas and do like the character sheet. And that's going to be it. Because that's always the thing. Maybe come up with a title for the story.
And a logo, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're done.
And then we're good. I'm doing Star Wars Stormtrooper Samurai.
Stormtrooper Samurai. There's always that. There is always that. Remember that, people? But yeah. I'm also doing a just to carry on the thing, but other ideas that I have for similar paintings is I'm doing a Batman in noir detective style.
Cool.
So like with detective, like
is this a personal piece?
Yeah. Again, same thing. But I want to do it like, Chicago mob 30s.
Very cool.
With like the full suit and tie thing, but Batman kind of like
very
just
cool.
keep doing different themes like that, and all hand drawn paintings. Like also have another idea with the Mandalorian and Grogu, but as lone wolf and cub.
Very cool.
And found a perfect reference.
And
so I have that all sketched out.
Kung Fu Pandalorian.
Yeah. Of course,
that one.
But it's actually going to be the Mandalorian with the skinned panda on top of him. Because, like, I don't think they're extinct in space. So.
True.
Yeah. All good.
And Grogu can eat the children.
And Grogu eats all the rest of the pandas.
The cubs.
Yeah. Yeah. Lone wolf eats cub. But yeah. No, so I have those 2 ideas that I will be doing paintings of in the future sometime. But feel free to just steal those ideas and
everything,
and have fun with it. But yeah, like even just doing like a full Star Wars series of Inktobers, like
also cool.
Just have that as the theme, or Batman or whatever the fuck.
Like,
I think anything that helps,
anything that makes it easier for you to create. If fan art is your jam, go the fuck ahead and do that. It's all about starting something and finishing it rather than adding prestige to it, or like, I have to come up with this original story that I'm like, no, Inktober is not your friend for this, know. It can be a great way to kickstart something, but it's not the place to sort of like create the best thing you want to do. Like, it's not.
Unless if you start right when you hear this episode. Like, if you start planning it out, because that's why we're doing this one, is that we give you this month in advance. Yeah. Because most of you have forgotten what time it is, and it's like it's right
Inktober,
around the fucking corner. It's right here.
Inktober always like, oh, there's like a month left, and then like, oh my God, it started yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're here to help you remember this. And if you want to participate, if you've done it before, if it's the first time, like, again, we always recommend you guys jump on this because it's a great way to gain followers, gain skills, and have fun and challenge yourself because it is a challenge. Like, it sounds kind of easy sometimes.
It's probably going to be a challenge even if you start you know, in advance.
Even if it's super simple, it's still going to be a challenge. Like, ideas are going to run dry and your motivation is going to drop to below the floor and all of this. But then it's going to go up and you're going to be super stoked and it's going to be a lot of fun. So hopefully by the end of it, you will have gained so much from the experience that you'll just be better as an artist and person.
Yeah. And I think it's better to spread it out like on 2 months than one.
Yeah.
Especially if you have a lot of other shit going on in your life.
Yeah.
1 month, a lot of drawing, not going to be a great experience.
No.
It hasn't been for me, at least for the first, I've done everything from one sketch to, 12. Yeah, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And I think I've done like 18 or 19, which kind of hurt.
Yeah, that one is like, why not just finish it?
Yeah. But I just got, like more and more behind. And there's still enough days for you to fall so far behind that it's just like, fuck it. I only have 3 days to finish everything. You're like, no.
Nope. Yeah.
So set yourself up for success. And I think just to wrap this up is to kind of like, if you're going to go into this, make sure you fucking, complete it. Like, follow through. Okay?
Yeah, I think let's make ourselves that promise this time. If you are going into Inktober, if you start Inktober, follow through.
Yeah.
Like, don't quit halfway or like even in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you post a picture with Inktober day 1, there has to be a day 31.
Yeah.
All right?
And I think it's okay to also just like, I'm going to do like half of Inktober.
Yeah.
Then do half of Inktober and don't quit.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't matter if you do, like, I'm going to do 1 Inktober and that's going to be my goal.
Yeah.
That is the lowest goal, by the way.
There is no goal.
There is no goal. You just not do it. But what we're saying is, like, it doesn't matter. Whatever you decide, just follow through on that.
Yeah.
I think that is, the takeaway from Inktober, whether you're doing it for followers or not, it's about following through, making sure that you can start something and end it. It's like, when people are like, oh, I only do sketches and then I can never finish a drawing. Don't be that person.
Exactly.
Like, it's okay to do it sometimes, but don't be that by default.
And this is the perfect chance to actually
fucking the perfect chance. Yeah.
Get past that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yoda it.
Mm-hmm. And it could also be, like, I think a cool thing about the character thing, if you don't want to do, like, a character journey thing because that's complicated, just draw your character. Think of Inktober of 31 expressions of your character. It could be just the face. It could be the whole body. You could just take your character, because that is so much easier, I think.
Yeah.
Then you can just look up, whatever the fuck is on Pinterest. Just search for, expressions. And then you try to turn your character into that expression, whether that's mad, happy, sad. It's like simple ways, because you don't have to come up with anything. It's all right there. You have to go through all the emotions. Once you've done that, what does your character look like when he stepped in poop? Like, what does your character look like when he opens a chest? Simple stuff. Just keep it super simple and do that for 31 days.
Yeah. Gains,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, how would your character look buff?
Yes. I just see Ryan Reynolds in Free Guy.
In Free Guy, yeah.
Still, I haven't found out who the actual
the body is.
The body is
3D.
No, it is a real dude.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It might be The Rock, actually, because he's supported. Like, The Rock is in it. Hugh Jackman is in it.
What? It's a mix of them both.
Who else is in it?
But it doesn't look like The Rock.
Because Ryan Reynolds did a shout out and said thank you to like all the his friends that appeared and helped out in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hemsworth is in it.
Is he?
Apparently, like, I didn't see any of them.
No.
I didn't see Hugh Jackman.
Oh my God! What if they are those weird bad guys? That
Probably.
you see in the background, sort of.
Yeah.
With
But,
the weird
like,
tattoos and the bald guy and the.
There's a lot of. I think if you go into his Instagram,
I need to rewatch it.
He shouts them out, and I'm sure. Yeah, we can probably see them in the background somewhere. I should see it again. Like,
I'm gonna see it again since I have kids.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Well, I have Santa. Same thing. So.
Yeah, my kids.
Yeah.
Dude, her reactions are priceless.
Yes.
So.
It's the best.
But I think we just jump onto tools and continue the convo there. We're like, what are we going to use? Some tips,
Yeah. Tips and tops.
Tips and tops. Tips and tops.
In the toolies.
In the toolies, yes.
Yeah.
And up and away.
Up.
Just start to stop. Just trying to, like, bring it to an end, but it just doesn't stop.
Never stopping.
Escalate.
Yeah.
Escalates.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Get that kid off the escalator.
Okay, we're back.
So tools.
Tools, we are back.
We are back. The tools are back.
Yes. So, Inktober, it requires weapons of choice, and something that Robert made me aware of today is he bought a new Leuchtturm sketchbook,
Yes.
but the flimsy paper
Yes.
that I usually hate.
Same.
But I do use the flimsy one as a notebook / sketchbook, a really small one though. I have like an A6.
Oh yeah.
And you have the A5.
Yeah, this one is
It's
actually
slightly
bigger.
right?
This is like a little bit smaller than A4. So it's somewhere in between A5 and A4. I don't know what they call it. But
who cares? 5.
I guess it's like the bigger notebook.
Yeah.
But yeah, just 80 grams,
it's
sort
like,
of printer paper almost.
Yeah, it's flimsy shit.
So you don't care about it, which is why I bought it.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's
also it's cheaper.
Yeah, but I think that's really, really good because the nicer your sketchbook is, the thicker the paper is that we've always sort of gone for in this show. It'll also put a lot more pressure on you.
Yes.
And if you're not going to sell your Inktobers and that's not your end game, and
then
just fucking go flimsy.
Exactly.
It'll just be easier for your soul.
Yeah.
And your wallet.
And if you want to keep it sort of clean-ish, then, I mean, you just do every other page. You don't have to go each page because if you're like me and you're going to be working with like Copic or markers in any way, that's going to bleed. It's going to like destroy the book for sure.
Yeah, I usually put like a page in between the pages.
Yeah, and that
like
was
a
going
thicker
to be
page,
that was going to be my next tip. But but yeah, so and if you don't want but yeah, for sure, put a piece of paper in between just to save as much as you can. But I mean, that way you can still utilize the backside of the dirty one for your sketches if you wanted to do that, like you've done with yours. But yeah, flimsy, cheap. You know, you can even burn it afterwards, and you won't make anybody sad. So yeah, it's all well and good. But yeah, so that's why. Well, one, I needed a sketchbook anyways because I've been feeling empty with my backpack, only having the iPad
and all the sketchbooks you have at home
and all of those. Yes, but I've started those.
It's not the same, bro.
No, I needed a fresh start.
Flesh
start.
That's what I heard. Flesh art.
But no, so when I bought it, I didn't realize that, oh shit, it's in Inktober, because like I bought it, started sketching in it, and then we started talking, and then, oh yeah, Inktober.
Best fucking thing ever.
So I will be using it for my Inktober sketches for sure.
I'm gonna be rich this Inktober.
And yeah, then we'll see. I bought some brown fine liners. Brown. I said brown.
I said brown.
So, but that's because I love the look of brown on sketch.
Stop saying brown.
Yeah, no. brown.
What is the average speed of a male African ostrich?
Brown, bitch.
Brown. I said brown.
Pass.
Pass. You cannot pass. The worst movie ever.
Yeah.
Quoted here. Only here, folks.
Always here. But I mean, other than that, I won't be using anything like super special this year. I'm not buying a brush pen. I'm not buying any.
What?
So, if anything, I'll try to use black and brown inks and just sort of have that as the theme. Maybe I don't want to go too detailed in terms of shadows and stuff like that. So more line work stuff, but maybe a little bit more detail with line work. So
that sounds like a lot of time.
Yeah,
just like line work. I was like, no,
I know.
No, Robert, no.
Yeah, we'll see.
Dude, in my head, when you said no special pens or anything, I'm like, you're not using a Kuretake brush, Robert. It's so popular. Kuretake brush.
No, this was something else. Something with
anime.
Something with a P. I'll see what it's called while you talk.
Yeah. So deciding on the tools is also like a great way, I think, to kind of limit yourself a bit and not go overboard. I personally love Copics because you can get a lot of, you can get like a range of colors or like shades with just a few pens. So I really recommend, I think, Copics for the Microns.
Pigma,
yeah. And like Copics are always my favorite. Like just get like a grayscale set, from black to, like I love the warm grays. Robert loves the cool grays.
Yeah.
So if you want like a more, bluish gray, go for cool grays. If you love like a brownish gray, then go for warm grays. They're expensive as fuck, so whatever other brand you can find, those are cool too.
Yeah. I'd say the Pro markers are really good
dude,
now.
the Pro markers are so
and
good.
They have
They've
really
always
great,
been good.
their warm gray is really good.
Dude,
like they have that set as
I
well.
have so many different types of markers at home. Like I have a majority of Copics because I bought them cheap, but I would not pay 4,000 crowns for them, or like 400 something bucks for like one of those big sets. I would say even the cheap brands are really, really good. The only reason I buy Copics is because they're environmentally, like you can refill them and shit.
Yeah.
You can't do that with a lot of cheap brands.
No.
And since I can't afford them, I bought them.
Yeah. If you can manage finding that type of deal that you
dude, I have not seen that since then.
No.
I think it was just because I knew what it was and no one else, basically.
Yeah, I think so too. It was early on.
It was early, yeah, on the eBay days, the Swedish eBay.
Yeah.
When dumb people sold stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've been buying Copics forever, and I still don't think I have like half of the amount that you bought in that one.
In that one, yeah, dude. So, I think I have 3 of the 4-pack or 5-packs, maybe, or 4-packs. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I have a lot of duplicates now. I sold those to Philip, who listens to the show.
That's right.
Shout out, Philip.
Sucker. No, good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the pens that I bought, or the liners, were from Pigma. And
pig.
So the brown ones are just one is the micron and the other one is a brush. But I guess they're both kind of microns, but one is a brush pen, so it's
they
a little
both
bit
look the same.
thicker.
They all look the same, actually.
Yeah, but this one is a brushy pen.
But the Pigmas, they're not microns, right? They're not the same.
This one is micron.
Yeah, that's micron. Those are Pigmas.
No, it's a Pigma micron.
It is Pigma. Okay, so they are the same brand. That's what I meant. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then tall.
Because I never say Pigma. I always say microns.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
but now
multiliners also.
Yes, multiliner is what I normally get. And now, why not go micron? Because that's the only thing they had in the store. But I did buy one of those like manga sets.
Ooh, manga.
Which contains a 01, a 05, 1 millimeter marker, and a brush pen. So I think that's kind of a good lineup of fine liners, and they're all black. Mm-hmm. And then I have the 2 brown ones. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what I'll be doing or using this year, if I actually do this.
I use those for like light sketching when it comes to Olpa's face and stuff, because the ink that I have kind of, bleeds a bit.
Oh yeah.
So need one of those to kind of.
Yeah, but it also, I like switching between pens. Mm-hmm. Like it just feels good. Why wouldn't you? Like maybe somebody out there doesn't realize that you can actually use more than one. Mm-hmm.
I think everyone's aware of that. But cool.
But yeah, just adding that really thick outline to stuff.
But you're drawing on white paper.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, I think this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I find something really nice and special right before I start.
Dude, you're doing Stormtroopers. You should use brown paper and then just do like, the highlights on the edges. Oh my God, that's like art porn with samurais.
Yeah, smart porn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart art porn.
Yeah, samurai art. Smart. Yeah, doesn't work. Yeah. So probably.
No, let's put more time into that. But yeah. Also,
what are you using?
Well,
you're sticking to
obviously doing the same thing because that works, and I will not. I don't have time to do anything else.
You're not going to use your super fancy brush that you just found again, or pen?
Oh, the pen. Yeah, I'm using it. I use it instead of the micron.
Oh, okay.
But I think that one will bleed, so I can't use it. So I'll use the micron.
So you can kill it. No.
Very good.
Yeah.
But yes, that one does not bleed though. The microns don't bleed.
No.
The other one does.
Yeah.
So I will be using microns as well because I have two, and I've kind of worn them down a bit now because they're really thin. But I will be using a micron. I will be using the white one that I call something Uniball Signo. That's the one.
Yeah, the Uniball.
The Uniball Signo I will be using as well because I bought like an army of them again, and then I found the old ones, of course. So now I have like 7 or 8 of those motherfuckers.
But are those the thicker ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the ball doesn't clog as easily.
Yeah.
And
I still prefer the Sakura.
The jelly rolls.
Jelly
I
roll.
hate them. I use them sometimes, and I'm just like, this is why I hate you.
Yeah, but they
Filthy
just work for what I need because I use so little.
Oh well, that's fine. Then it's fine. But
yeah.
I don't like.
But I do have that one, the ball.
But my problem with it is that I've never used a jelly roll until it's run out. It's always like, oh, okay, now you don't work anymore, and the ink is basically where it was.
Yeah,
I'm just like garbage. And the Uniballs, I don't know how many I've thrown away now. Like, I wish we had the refills in Sweden though, because I know they come with refills, and I have to buy and throw the plastic. Because they're very nice. They're very nice fucking pens. So.
Yeah, they feel good in the hand.
Yeah.
It's...
Maybe I can order them online, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that next time. I'll check. I'm totally fucking old here. My brain just went grandpa. But yeah, so using the Uniball Signos. I also like the hybrids, whatever the fuck. What was that brand?
Hybrid?
Yeah, something hybrid.
Is that a white one?
Yeah, it's a white one. It looks exactly the same. That was the first one I got because I thought that was the Uniball Signo.
Oh, okay.
And then I read on the pen, I have a Uniball. And then I was like, I do not have a Uniball. This one is called Hybrid something.
Okay.
I don't remember the brand, though.
Yeah.
But it's the other brand.
This is news to me.
Yeah, but who cares? The Uniball Signos work really well for the white highlights that I do in my art. And I will be using the... Ooh, I just got an idea. I'll try that out. But yeah, and I'll be using my Pilot parallel pen. And the idea this year, or the idea that I just got, was that maybe I can do the ink sketch and then like fix it and then do the white highlight maybe, and it won't disperse the ink.
So how are you gonna fix, like with a spray?
Yeah,
fix?
with the fixative thing,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm thinking if I spray that on top of the, like, coat the ink with that, if I paint with the Uniball on top of that, will it still bleed?
Worth trying out.
Yeah. So I will start trying that out.
That's interesting. I don't know how that works.
Neither do I, but it would be so good because I think I could control the highlights so much better if the black didn't leave the page. Yeah, because that's my problem right now.
It makes sense. Like, it should work. It should definitely work.
But that's the cool thing about talking about these things is that you get ideas, you know.
Yeah.
Mid-show.
Yeah, because I do try to fix my Copics every once in a while. I haven't for the Stormtrooper piece, but. Like, yeah, every once in a while I just go up and do, like, just a spray on. Just, I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know if it helps in any ways, but, yeah. Actually, makes sense.
And yeah, that's all I'll be using.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, a white color pencil as well of a brand that works in my sketchbook.
And you're still going to be in the purpose?
No. I'm thinking of actually making these loose arcs. I don't know on what kind of paper, though, because there are no art stores in Sweden.
Nope. They're all shutting down.
Yep. They all suck because we're too cheap to go there and buy stuff.
We have been going there and buying stuff.
I know. But not
Everybody
enough
else
stuff.
is too
Yeah,
cheap.
we need to buy more stuff.
Yeah, we should get sponsored.
So they don't earn any money.
Exactly.
Great. No, but I'm going to try to, like, I don't know. I'll try to make them into loose sketch, or loose, you know, single arcs. And try to, you know, have them all for sale.
Nice.
Because I don't want any more.
Yeah, but I mean, that it feels like the natural progression of your pieces.
Oh, dude, people asked last year to buy most of them, especially the really popular ones.
Of course.
And I just don't have the heart to cut into my last sketchbooks.
No.
So maybe doing them on loose paper is the better way to go. I just don't have any type of paper that works in this sort of like nice tone, you know. Because the one that you got, the link with the crack,
Yeah.
Link's crack, great name for a painting.
But the gray one.
Yeah, wasn't a great piece of paper to work on. Like, it wasn't nice to work on.
Oh, okay.
Like, the end result was really good on that
I love
specific piece, but it wasn't great to work on, you know, because I was painting and painting and painting, and then suddenly, like, okay, I've used like a pencil and it's all washed out.
Yeah.
And it's good for the stuff if you want to push stuff to the back, but there was never a point where it just stayed black.
Yeah.
You just, and you know, when you paint the way that I do here, you get these like nice natural scratches and stuff that look really good. And if you have to pass over them again, it's all gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know, those lines are worth more than trying to go in and fix something.
Yeah.
So you just leave them. So that's why that paper was nice, but not for that. So I have a couple of those left, so I'll probably just keep them for something else. But I need to find some other toned paper, and I have a couple of different ones, but they all have the same problem.
They all bleed.
No, yeah, some bleed, some fade. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was always
it's the fade.
problem.
Yeah, the fade is the problem, my biggest problem. But it's either fade or bleed. So we'll see how I solve it.
Yeah.
Because half the fun with those is the highlight.
Yeah.
If I do them on white paper, it looks cool, the contrast, but it doesn't have that same thing.
Like, have you tried going over with like a spray varnish?
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking with the fixative thing.
Yeah,
and
but
then
like
maybe...
if that would make the blacks black.
Paper, like before I start working.
No, like after you've done the blacks, if it is like
no, I don't have a
proper
varnish thing. No,
because like this is just because I've been watching Smo Nova on YouTube, like the graffiti dude, and he like some of the stuff that he does is very rough, but then once he goes over it with varnish, it evens out and makes the blacks black.
But can you use varnish on paper though? You use it on, I know, fabric.
Because he does it, like he uses it on canvas and stuff. And
yeah,
I guess
canvas it works.
If you have a toned paper that is maybe not just like normal paper, maybe it could work. I don't know.
Problem is finding, you know...
I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'll try some different stuff that I have. Because I only have the fixative thing. But I'll try some stuff. Because there aren't enough variety in paper in Sweden.
No.
Like, I think the Canson TNS or whatever the fuck it's called that I have, it's the one that they sell everywhere. It's like Canson owns Sweden.
Yeah.
There is no other toned paper that I can find, or like colored paper that is of, you know, better quality. There is nothing. And I don't like, I know I was recommended the stuff from that they sell in the US that I just can't think of the name of right now, that I talked about on the show, the whatever it's called. I could order it on Amazon. But I just, no.
Yeah. I mean, what if that doesn't work?
No, it doesn't matter, but it's just like it's so much more expensive.
Too much of a hassle.
And too much of a hassle, yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, you go through all that hassle, and then it's the same as the other paper that you already have.
Oh, but like, there are so many people. This is like a lot of people use it, but it just doesn't come in dark enough that I want it to be a little darker than it is, because the ones that we use are fairly dark. Yeah. Like if you draw with pencil on it, it's not going to show that clearly unless it's like really, really dark pencil, you know.
Maybe do
my own paper.
Yeah. Like coffee spray some paper.
Some paper that's going to make the thing bleed. I can promise you as much. Yeah. And then Opa will look like a creature.
Awesome.
From the Ink Lagoon.
From the what?
Ink Lagoon.
Ink Lagoon?
Ink Lagoon.
Ink Lagoon.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll see where I end up. Maybe I'll just do it in the sketchbook and then fuck it.
Yeah. Well, still looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Keeping it simple. I'm not going to use anything else.
Awesome.
And then I'll tint some of them, and you'll go like, "Oh my god, it's amazing."
Of course. Yes.
I will not. It will not.
No. But I don't know. I feel pumped. Today.
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, I haven't felt pumped about drawing, but now that we're talking about it, like to this extent, I'm very excited.
Yeah. We're excited to start planning this out at least, and then we'll see once we get going. But yeah, it also feels good that we are this far ahead already, like that we're starting the process.
Started thinking about it,
like,
way earlier,
because we are slow when it comes to all this stuff. So this is good. This is like a full month before shit hits the fan.
Mm-hmm.
We should be able to do this. And then, hopefully I do get some time off in October as well, where I can really go nuts and do cool stuff.
But you will be done by Inktober.
For sure.
Like before it starts. So you don't even need time off in October.
We'll see.
You'll be fine.
I did think of an idea, but I think it's gonna require so much planning. So it's gonna have to be like towards next year or the year after that.
Or never.
But to do 31 pieces of flash and get to tattoo those every day of Inktober.
Like I told you to do. That would be the awesomest.
Exactly. But imagine the planning that needs to go into that. Where I need to
just freehand them all.
I need to have a client for each day. And
exactly.
that client needs to want that design.
And you should have backup clients as well. So you need at least 60 clients total.
Yeah.
Just to cover up the 31 days.
Yes. So I have them saved for the year after.
Yeah, exactly.
Also good. Yes.
Oh, man.
But yeah, no.
My dog died. No, you're coming in for tattoos.
Inktober.
We
don't quit.
Never quit.
I'm not even doing it. Shut the fuck up.
You're coming here.
Give me the skin.
In the face.
We
Tyson
talked about
tattoo.
This. You said yes. Yeah. But yeah, no, that would be really cool at some stage in my life. Maybe do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Fuck
Very
that.
Cool.
Let's
move on.
Let's stop talking and start talking. Yes. What?
I don't know. That was the Sketchbook Hero. I can't breathe in there.
No.
There is no.
No. There is no evidence.
Like every time you laugh, you're like.
It's actually not a lie.
It's not a lie.
No,
it's fucking
true.
hard to breathe in it.
Yeah.
Holy dicks. Yeah, they fucking soaked up all the fucking air, left that
How
old
long
man
were they in here?
Stank. I don't know, dude.
Forever.
Old man Stank.
Old man Stank. Yeah.
You see that as a perfume now.
Retro time.
Welcome back to Retro Stank.
I'm getting a headache. Oh.
Dude, I took a pill for that before we started.
I know.
And we're back. Yeah, retro time with me and him. Running out of air.
Nice.
But, yeah, so we've seen a lot of stuff. Maybe 4 things.
Maybe. If you're lucky.
Yeah. So, I did see the movie that you wanted me to see.
Yes.
That you really enjoyed.
Yes. And Sana also really enjoyed it.
She doesn't count. She loves everything.
I know. But yeah, I more or less forced you to watch The Suicide Squad, directed by James
Exactly.
Gunn.
And now I had my neighbor pay for it.
So, what are you complaining about?
The movie could have been better.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is interesting. You did not really like this movie.
No,
and
not
I
at all, actually.
Really enjoyed this movie. But also know that Peter from Nerd It didn't like this movie.
And I like him more than I like you right now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think
because I really do judge people from what they like.
What they like.
Yeah, what they like. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but for me, this was because I have seen every movie that's come out of the DC.
And that shouldn't be a requirement. But yes.
No, not at all. But it does influence the quality of this movie.
Yeah, but I don't buy that as an argument for this movie. Like, it's good if you've seen all the other sucky movies. That's a terrible way.
I wouldn't say it's an argument. It's just a full-on fact. This movie is the best movie that DC has produced, according to me.
Oh, sure. I can
the best quality, the funniest, the most heart, the most fun ride out of all of them. But again, this is just my personal opinion.
No, it's fine.
Because I know a lot of people that really enjoy the first Suicide Squad movie, which
they are dead inside, dude.
Yeah.
They are fucking dead inside.
I really don't understand it at all. Like
they're
the movie, I mean.
They're not really people, though,
no.
are they?
No.
Ugh.
But, so for me, this one was such a step up, and I don't know. I felt really happy seeing James Gunn back on the big screen because of like the shit he got from the Disney Twitter, whatever that incident was, that he got booted from Guardians 3, and then now he's back doing it. I don't know. It just felt good to see that, well, he still gets to do these big type of movies. He is a superhero geek, and he got to do like $300 million independent movie. I don't know how much this cost, but I'm sure it's like that much.
It's not an independent movie, though.
No, but it feels like it.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
It's just a nerd getting to do his movie.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And he just had fun with it. Like you can tell that he just had the best of times. And yeah, like even choosing these very non-famous random characters that are in the movie, I think was a good choice, because with them you can do whatever you want. You can kill them off and nobody's going to care at all. Or you can make them really epic because nobody knows who the fuck they are. Like Polka Dot Man, for example. Like, he is a legit character from the comics. He's an early comic book villain, but nobody's ever fucking heard of him. Like, Polka Dot Man. Like, it's the most stupid thing ever, and it's so great. I had so much fun. But all right, so you did not enjoy this
at all. Like, I died inside, like within the first half hour, because I was super excited. You know, how the movie opens and everything. Like, I was like, yeah, look at that. Look, like James Gunn, and then the guy from Mallrats and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Michael Rooker.
There you go. Something like that. And I was so excited. And then the movie progressed, you know, and I was like, okay. They're bringing the team together, and and then, you know, once the movie sort of picks up, I'm just like, I just want to go home. Like, I don't want to see this. Like, what the like, they just lost me immediately.
It's so sad. So sad.
And dude, like I saw Highlander. And I never felt that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
And I've seen movies that are so much worse than this. But this one just, like, lost me immediately.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't want to see it. I didn't care about anyone. It was just... And I love Idris Elba. Like, he is fucking legit awesome.
Yeah. I think he did a great job in this movie, too.
I think he always does. Like, dude, even in The Dark Tower, he is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, McConaughey can go fuck himself in that movie. Yeah. And I like McConaughey. But...
that would have been a good movie.
But that would have been a good movie. But The Dark Tower in itself, it's just such a fucking... It's a shit show, yeah. A turd and a turd.
Yeah. No, but with here, like, the thing that I really enjoyed most in this is the relationship between Idris Elba and...
the Rat Girl.
And the Rat Girl, I enjoyed that too. But no, Cena, what's his name?
John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, exactly. Like,
the wrestler.
Toilet Face Man and Idris. But, like, they're sort of... Because they're kind of the same character in a way.
Yeah, but that's what they make.
And they're like, kind of what we've been doing our whole lives, competing-ish.
It is fun when they read up their, like, qualifications. And he's like, you just read my... Yeah.
What? Like,
and it has a nice it has a full circle as well, that whole joke.
Exactly.
Like, so those things are
like
nice.
They have these small things in there that I really enjoyed, but also, like, with them sort of battling with killing different things, and like how that ended was just like, I loved that scene. And you know, it's just
that was a good joke as well. By the end of that,
I
really enjoyed
it's
that.
so awkward and great.
But let's not spoil that, because it's one of the better things in that movie.
No, I would say that is sort of the best.
Yeah. But one thing I love as well about this movie is that it doesn't have that Zack Snyder's Jack. Just make it Jack.
Jack.
But it doesn't have this.
Jizzy Jizz.
Jizzy Jack. Jizzy Jack. Just like it works.
It doesn't have the Zack Snyder filter.
Filter
Yes,
on
exactly.
it. It doesn't have the darkness. And one of the, like, and when I say just, it's not only that the DC movies have the, I was going to say Jack again, the Zack Snyder filter, is that all this, like, all the environments in DC movies are usually CG.
And dark.
And dark. Yeah, so they always have this, like, shitty fucking CGI background. And in this one, they're in actual places.
Yeah. In Cuba.
Dude, it's the best. Like that, there are actual fucking buildings that are not CGI'd. So when they're standing somewhere, they're actually in a location that does exist and doesn't look like a fucking Schneider cut.
Schneider.
Schneider. Oh, man. So
yeah.
in those ways, like, it wins a lot.
I think.
And it has, like, a fun color palette to it, like a color grading.
It is very comic book.
Yeah,
like
it
the
is.
whole movie feels very comic booky. And what I really hope is that this will be sort of the benchmark for the future of DC. So hopefully it'll progress and become so much better. Because now it's, again, they've just gotten a cool director, have him do his take on this thing, like they did with the Joker. And like the movies, the DC movies that work are not in the DC universe. Like it's just this thing. Because in this Suicide Squad, like without spoiling anything, but they don't really mention Superman. They don't
they're
really
not
mention
part of
Batman.
anything, yeah.
They don't mention any of these, like the big characters. This is its own thing. And the only thing that ties it to the first one is more or less the few actors that continue in this story. And I love that it's its own entity and it just works that way.
And a good thing for it as well is that they have this story that starts and ends.
And it's complete.
It's complete.
Yeah.
There is no, like, extra stuff.
Exactly.
It's just like, this is what the movie's about, conclusion.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like something that I really appreciate about this one, like opposed to every other DC movie, and especially the like Suicide Squad, the bits and pieces that I've seen from it, because I have started it. I remembered it. I fell asleep immediately. Because I've seen the beginning, but it's just like, and I've tried seeing, but it's just, it's such a hard watch.
It's insanely hard.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
yeah. Or actually, it just
so
makes
this
you
one,
flaccid.
but this one, it's a flaccid watch.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
First, a flaccid watch.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, it suffers on so many levels, like the first one. But definitely the editing is just horrendous. It just doesn't work. I don't know what they thought. It feels like the people that made the movie didn't even watch the movie. Like,
Yeah.
They just sort of put it together and then pushed it out in cinemas. Like, yeah, man, it feels horrible that they would treat one of those movies that way and not see it. Like, how can you not see the horrible thing you are producing? Anyways, I don't know what I'm rambling on about. I really enjoyed The Suicide Squad by Jizzy Jack Gunn.
Snyder. Jack Gunn.
James Gunn. I enjoyed the characters and the wonkiness of the whole thing.
It's bizarre.
And
like,
King Shark.
crazy.
I enjoy King Shark, even though, yeah, he is extremely stupid. But it's a cool character. And
it's fine. Like,
and
I
also
don't
what I
mind
love is that
them.
they did not shy away from the blood. Like,
At
it's
all.
a
Like,
very
it is very
brutal,
gory when it
graphic
happens, yeah.
movie. Like,
but something I'm missing with that stuff is that it doesn't have that sort of I don't even know what to call it. But usually in this movie, the way that they're sort of like jokingly killing everyone, you know, like it doesn't feel joking. You know what I mean? They don't have that, like, it's not really, like, it's not connecting. Like the when they're having their one-off, or like when they're sort of like when John Cena and Idris have their little thing, without spoiling that one has it.
yeah,
But all the other stuff doesn't have it.
no. Yeah, I get what you mean there, too.
So
Like,
I feel
wouldn't
like,
agree 100% because I think some of the stuff really works prior to that scene and stuff. But really after that scene, it's not a lot of that happening. but they do slowly build it up, and like when they go all in, I feel like they do kind of succeed. So like, yeah, again, I did
I
enjoy
think you need
it.
to watch it again.
I will. I definitely will. This will be one of the
yeah.
DC movies I will buy. But yeah, it's no. I need to go in with more. I think critical eyes and really.
You
watch
don't
it.
really have to go critical. You just need to watch it again
No, but
and see if
I
you still enjoy it.
I love going critical.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Okay.
It's my thing.
Because if you do that, you could hate everything. I feel like.
Yeah.
But
like, I'm still not gonna or like go back on saying that this is my favorite DC movie.
oh no, I think that one.
Like for that reason alone, it needs a rewatch for sure. But like, I'm not going back to the cinemas to see it, and
because I did the same thing with Wonder Woman. Although I hated the ending the first time I saw it, and then I saw it again with you the same day.
Yeah.
Because I saw it during lunch, and then I saw it with you in the afternoon. But oh man, like the second time I watched it, I was just like, that effect doesn't work. That doesn't work. That effect is even more annoying now. You know, remember when I told you about the she was doing like this twisting thing in the air and throwing knives, and the knives were not going in the right direction of the throw and stuff like that.
I know exactly.
Like, you could just fucking draw like a perspective line and it would work, but they just, like, knives travel this way. No, they don't.
But even the flip.
And the flip, yeah, and she was doing like a million,
it's like a flip in a flip, then with a flip.
And then she breaks the direction of the flip.
Exactly.
And then goes the other, like something like that. Oh, it's so annoying.
And like, it's okay if she can fly, because she can. Like, Wonder Woman can fly.
I had no idea.
Exactly. But I don't think she's sort of realized that she can.
In that movie, yeah.
And maybe she can't. But
airtime.
I've seen her fly.
She's a basketball player.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie just, like, the first time it was tolerable and I hated the ending. The second time, that same day, I was just like, kill me.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I also tried to rewatch it on the plane to Australia. Yeah. Tried was the word. It was great because I fell asleep. I could not stay awake. I tried. No. No. Wonder Woman, I mean, until the Suicide Squad came out, that was still one of the better ones.
The better ones, yeah.
Which says a lot.
And that's why I don't want movies to be better than their sucky predecessors.
Yeah.
You know? Like, oh, it's slightly better than.
No.
Like, no.
It should just be a good movie.
It should just be a good movie on its own, yeah.
Exactly.
Because I feel like a lot of the Marvel stuff, like, even if because I didn't follow them sort of like from the get-go. But I saw the first Iron Man movie at the cinema. It was awesome.
Yeah, but that's still amazing.
Yeah, but I just mean that when you watch them like that, and then I skipped a couple, and then I think I saw... I missed one of the Captain America movies, I think. Yeah. And I watched, I think, Winter Soldier first, I think.
Yeah.
And then I went back, and I was like, that was good. I need to go back and watch you know what I mean? Like, they're good, even if you don't really know everything.
Yeah.
And you care.
Yeah, that's
you care. You fucking care. And that is my biggest problem with this movie as well. I only care about Idris Elba because I've seen him and stuff, and I like him.
And you respect the man of Idris Elba.
Yes. Yeah. Like, dude, in The Dark Tower, which is one of the, like, worst movies I've ever seen, I just sort of, like, suffered through it just because I've read the books and because of him.
Yeah.
And he is, like, give that man a gun, and he is amazing. Like, he'll sell it like he's been using guns forever.
Yeah.
He does it so well, and he looks so badass doing it. But the movie sucks, you know.
Yeah.
But he is awesome.
It's such a shame.
You can't, like, I would love to see him in a movie like Django.
Yeah.
Dude.
That would be amazing.
Dude, that would be so good.
Yeah.
Like, imagine a movie like that with Idris Elba. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
He needs, like, a good script for, like, a really good action movie.
Yeah, he definitely needs his due, you know? Like,
I know he's done some non-action movies that are really good that I have not seen.
Yeah, same.
Which says more about me than about Idris Elba. I don't know. Has a grayish coat on. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Beige coat. I don't know.
Cool.
I don't remember what the movie's called.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. But all right, let's leave the Suicide Squad. For you, it got all the bags of dicks, or yeah. And whereas
I'm never watching that again. But my son will probably want to see it,
of course,
at some point, and then I will suffer through it twice.
Very good. Yeah.
Maybe I'll like it more when he's there.
Yeah. Maybe you can watch it in Swedish.
Dude.
Yay.
We even stayed. We were the only ones that stayed at the cinema for the extra end credit scene.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And I hated it.
Yeah. It didn't really impress me.
It did not impress. We were like, we stayed for this?
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was at all.
Weasel.
Oh, that was it. Yeah. And I hated him from the
Yeah, I know. But
so it didn't because I thought he was going to wake up earlier and then we ruined it here. So you're welcome.
Yeah, well,
but it's not great.
Not kind of. But I thought that was kind of funny too.
Okay.
That scene when it happened. And
oh yeah, I laughed.
Anybody know? You didn't check? You didn't check this?
I didn't laugh at that.
I mean, it was.
But that's just before I hated it.
Of course.
So it's fine.
Yeah. I think you like it more than you hated it in your heart of hearts. Yes.
Yes, you're wrong. But keep telling yourself that. And moving on.
Moving on. So this week's What If?
Quiff?
Quiff.
Quiff? What quiff?
Queef?
Queef, that's the word. Fuck. Damn it. First Jack Snyder, then Jack Gunn, and now Jack Queef.
And Quaff.
Quaff.
Quaff, Queef, Queefy. Yeah.
Queef and Quaff.
The Queef in What If.
Yes, What If.
The What Queef.
What Queef.
So stupid.
Cut that awesomely, okay, so that it sounds like we said something funny.
I just did.
Is that thing?
Didn't you hear it?
Did you hear me fixing it?
It was so good.
Real time fixing it.
So the last recorded sort of screen time, or if you want to call it that, with Chadwick Boseman, like his last actual thing.
Oh, it was his real voice.
Yeah. So
shit, this is that old.
Yes.
God damn it, Disney, you've been holding out on us.
So I think maybe they record the voices before they animate, and then they animate to the voices.
You know what the worst thing about his voice is when he does the Black Panther thing?
No.
Is that you also want to talk like
Chadwick
Boseman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just like...
Yeah, I can't even try.
I'm just like, I have so much pressure now.
I suck at voices from the get-go, so I'm not even gonna think about trying this. But yeah, so this What If, spoiler alert if you haven't had the chance to see it.
Yeah.
So this is the second episode, and I mean, we're already in week 3, so you've probably seen the third episode already. But here are our thoughts, and spoiler alert for episode 2, What If. Chadwick Boseman goes to space. I enjoyed this one too. I think I enjoyed the first one a little bit more than this one. This one felt too friendly or kind.
Yeah, it felt very...
But maybe, don't you think it's because of Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah, maybe he has
because
that
they wanted it to be like this big tribute to him.
Yes, I
being
think so.
This ultimate goodness in the universe, sort of.
Yeah. I think that might have been a big part of it.
Yeah. So, like, with that said, it's a very Disney Marvel thing.
Dude, it's a very Disney Marvel thing. Yeah. But it not without its strong points, though.
Exactly.
Like, it has a lot of good moments. So it doesn't ruin it, but it doesn't feel as well done as the first one. It's a nice tribute piece, but it's not, like the first one I felt like it was more, I don't know, like it was more real, and this one was more of a tribute thing where they didn't really, like, the story is there, but let's make it make him extra awesome because of, his passing, and I'm fine with that. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. And like, if you remove that from it, it's still like an enjoyable episode. But I do have, like, after this episode, I have more hopes for the future of the What If, because I feel like hopefully after this, it's only going to get sort of more brutal and dark
and crazy.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Because the narrator in this one, was that in the first one as well?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fuck, I did not.
He's the thread throughout all of this,
okay.
like the Watcher.
Yeah.
I don't remember the actor's name, but he's in like a whole bunch of movies. But yeah, so like T'Challa becomes Star-Lord. And
it starts off really funny.
Yeah.
I actually really did enjoy it. Oh, now I felt bad.
Yeah, exactly.
It was good. It was really good.
It's like, I've worked with worse.
Yeah. No, I really like the enthusiasm of that guy.
Yeah. And it's that actor as well. Like, the voice cast in this episode is crazy. maybe that's also because of Chadwick.
Yeah, maybe a
like
lot
they
of people
wanted to be
yeah.
in here. So like we do have Benicio del Toro, we got Kurt Russell, we got that guy, the guy, and Rooker, Michael Rooker.
Yeah,
like all of them are back, and yeah, exactly.
so good. I love that.
But it's not really a big memorable episode in that way.
No.
Like there's not a lot.
I
of
think
stuff
the
that
funniest
happens.
things are like the Thanos sort of things.
Yeah.
Like I really
Oh yeah,
enjoyed that wink.
Josh Brolin is in
Yeah.
it too. Yeah,
No, but it's a fun sort of like wink to that whole thing that could have been
exactly.
in this universe.
And
or
how
like
how
this.
stupid everybody thinks it is.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's fucking crazy,
Yeah,
and he still like sort of holds on to it even though he knows that it's wrong. Yeah,
but effective.
exactly.
Yes. But it's still genocide, you know. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
But it's random.
But it's random.
But yeah. No, but like I don't know. I don't have that much to say about the episode. Like
No.
again, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like
it's enjoyable, but it's
yeah, it's a what if. Yeah.
it's
But no, again, more like
it's a more timid episode, I guess. Like
Yeah.
it's a very sort of like, I think they didn't want to sort of piss off the fans in any fucking way.
No.
Here. They just wanted it to be like a last sort of tribute to
Yeah.
Chadwick. So.
like a good fare thee well.
Mhm.
So
I'm gonna miss that voice.
yeah, exactly.
Like it's
it's a good voice.
it's a really good voice, and it's not his real voice. That's it.
Exactly.
He even does a voice
Yeah,
for
exactly.
T'Challa. So.
Yeah. No. Yeah, really. There's nothing. Oh yeah, Howard the Duck, I guess.
Does an
little-
appearance.
little fun.
Spoiler.
Little fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
But I would have I would like to see it again just to see what else is hiding in the background.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking we missed, blink it and you miss it.
I've seen it
kinda.
twice, but
So
I didn't really catch
didn't-
anything good.
I hope there's something,
Mm.
but I'm gonna watch it close up.
I haven't seen any. Normally, I go in like New Rockstars is pretty
Mhm.
good at breaking down and
Oh,
bringing out
okay,
all
okay,
the
okay.
Easter eggs, and it has popped up multiple
That's
times.
the way to do it. Actually, I
Yeah,
don't
'cause
care
that
for
way-
looking.
because they zoom in and they see every small little fucking pixel.
Watch the movie.
And they
with,
also
like, a
have all the
frame.
information, which is great because most of the stuff, like you wouldn't even think of it.
Because they are uber nerds.
Yes. So yeah, that's definitely a tip for anybody out there that is very interested in the geekdom of
Mhm.
Marvel. Just go in and see one of those breakdowns. Heavy Spoilers is really good, and New Rockstars, I would say. Those
Mhm.
are my two favorites. Emergency Awesome is also really good at this, but I don't know. There's something with the voice of Emergency Awesome that just throws me
Yeah,
out
dude.
of it. Like it's,
Yeah.
he's got good info, but I can't.
But that
I can't
voice,
stand
yeah.
the voice.
A voice like chalk.
Yeah.
Or like nails on
nails
a
on a chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes, Jazzy.
Jazzy Jack.
Jazzy
Jazzy Jack.
chalkboard. What else did I see? I saw Cyborg. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Not much to say, really. Like,
It's a
I
Jean-Claude
do
Van
remember
Damme.
it better than it was. I also did fall asleep.
I did also see something. God damn it.
We talked about this earlier.
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, Gravity Fall I remember, but I did see something else.
No, we said the other one.
I know what I saw. I don't need to look it up.
What did you see?
Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, I started.
1 and 2.
I started watching the first one, but then I didn't feel it. Like,
Now you have to look past the first fight.
yeah. But like, I did
Just-
kind of enjoy the first fight, but then I wasn't there.
Dude, no. You need a special mindset for this movie.
Yeah, okay.
But it was okay. Like, surprisingly okay.
Okay.
Like, I didn't die on the inside watching this as I did with,
Full Metal.
Full Metal
Yeah.
and what's the other one? The Death Eaters and the Ichigo.
The
Bleach.
Yeah. Mm.
Holy dicks.
Oh, yeah.
This one was actually, like, it's fairly honest to the anime. And, like, when you translate, like, naivete in the, like, anime stuff, like, how they act in anime, and you translate that into real people, and they don't do it like crazy, like they don't have those like nagging moments, but it's still kind of weird.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't. No, like that. Like it's just weird. That stuff doesn't translate.
No, it becomes
and
extremely annoying.
Yeah, and I'm watching them a bit half-heartedly at times when they're having those moments, But I think all in all, though, the first movie was way better than the second one.
Okay.
But the second one also has some moments that I really enjoyed. And I like how they sort of filmed the fights in this one.
Okay.
They have some creative ways to make this Rurouni Kenshin guy look really cool.
Nice.
So, I don't know. I enjoyed it. Like, everything in between, like sometimes the deep moments work and sometimes, they just stupid. Like what the fuck was his name? Sanosuke.
Oh yeah.
Sanosuke, the guy with the big sword in the manga, the white bandaged guy with the spiky hair.
Yeah.
He is just dumb in this one. Like, anime dumb. Like he just like goes around screaming and shit, and it's so bad. Couldn't they just have
that's the type
skipped
of stuff that I can't.
I know, and that's like they should have just skipped that because no one else acts like their character.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just humans in this one, but he is his anime counterpart.
But they kind of need that sort of humor,
no,
I guess.
They don't.
To break it
like,
up.
no, because it can get really dark.
But you remember the first two, like the Samurai X movies?
Yeah. That's how you should have done them.
Because they're like very dark, they're very slow-paced.
But he's not in it, is he?
No.
Sanosuke's not in it.
No, it's just Kenshin and his story, how he became who he became. And then after that, he goes and becomes, the other.
But I think this movie could have been that. And Sanosuke could have just been more angry, sort of frustrated. But they have to do the whole, like, walking around screaming, like, animatically. Like cartoonish, basically. Yeah. And that is where the problems start with that character.
That would be really cool. Like, if some a bigger property could buy this franchise
and then just cast white people, and then
whitewash it, just so it's going to be good, and then no, but like make it a super serious version of this story.
You know what you need to for that to happen, though? You need people that are doing their first movie, and with their own money. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Because as soon as there's too much money and too much everything, and you have,
the production companies are just gonna
come in there and fist.
It needs to be this.
Yeah, exactly.
Where's this character?
Why isn't everyone laughing when they're dying?
Exactly.
No, but it's stuff like that.
Make him make another flip in the flip.
Dude, they have this fight between Sanosuke and this other bad guy, and they were like, "Oh, let's make it funny." You're like. Well, how about not make it funny?
Yeah, make it good. How about you do
that? Yeah. Why isn't never making it good the focus? Like making because you notice like in movies as well where they're like when you have this like really great. The perfect example is Suicide Squad. She does this like I love when she escapes.
Yeah.
The torture and then she goes on the spree, which is super brutal.
Yeah. And
then they give her the spear.
Yeah.
And it all just like goes down. It sucks so much. Why? Why the spear? Like, should have just had it at the end or made something simpler. Because it slows down
but
everything.
The spear, and like it didn't need to be there at all.
At all. I know. That was my
like
second thing. Yeah.
I guess for the end thing.
But it was so bad. Like it
they
was
could have solved
so
that
bad.
in
Dude,
so many different other ways.
I have so many opinions about that
but I
ending
did
scene.
enjoy the Harley Quinn scene too. Like,
dude, that was one of the better things. Yeah, all of it. Like it was.
It's
brutal.
so nicely choreographed, and it's
exactly.
Like,
it's a piece of art. It's a piece of art.
And you could tell again, like you can tell how much fun he had shooting that scene.
And it's like everything about that scene was beautiful because of the
and I love
the color grading,
the flowers and all that stuff.
All of that stuff was fine. It's the spear.
Really emphasizing how fucked up in the head she is as well. Like,
they did manage to cover her faults with some fast cuts.
Yes, and that's something I noticed as well.
It's really good.
They saved it.
Dude,
well as they could.
When she fights the guy and she hits him with the door, and then she looks back and kicks the other guy, they do like a quick cut there.
Yeah,
and you get the impact.
Exactly.
It's so good because that's how you do it when people can't fight, because that's still enjoyable.
Yes.
Because the whole fight is basically cartoon violence.
Yeah.
So when you do that, it kind of works. And sorry everyone, when I slapped there, it was way louder than I expected. But that was good. But it was actually really, really good. And then, the spear comes in and ruins everything. And this movie suffers from the same thing. I think a lot of movies suffer. When they're like, okay, they're going to be fighting and it looks really good. And then we're going to give them this object in their hands, like boss level as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. And then they give him a sword.
And it's like, why?
And he's been practicing. They put like a good 5 minutes into it for you to learn that he's become a sword.
Was it really?
No, it was a couple of minutes.
Yeah,
like
one,
2 minutes. Yeah, I mean for the fight and the build up.
Yeah,
and they're really because that in movie time is a lot of time for this.
Yeah.
And they're really like, oh, now he's a sword master because he's done this a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. No,
and he's not a sword master. It's such a disappointment.
They should have done the Indiana Jones there. Like,
dude,
how he starts the thing?
Oh, that would have been so good.
Like,
yes,
he's trained with the sword, and he's so ready, and then he goes in, and he's like, fuck it, poof, and just fucking shoots.
It would have been fun. Yeah, that would have been so much better. Where she kind of like, he knows she's gonna block it, so she just ping, like just like a bouncing bullet or something.
Yeah.
Like it's already stupid. So
yeah, I mean he's done this.
Anything. Yeah,
he's done this too many times to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yeah.
But that would have been better.
That would have been better.
But you guys don't make movies, so you don't have to hear this.
There you go.
And
but there was something else that you had seen.
Gravity Falls.
No, that we
Infinity War.
No, it was something else that we didn't talk about last week, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah, I saw. What the fuck did I see that I didn't talk about? Space Jam.
There you go.
Space Jam, welcome to the Space Jam 2. And yeah, there's your second movie.
And how was it?
Yeah.
Second movie.
My son really wanted to play basketball afterwards.
Okay.
And
that's good. So that's I guess
so if you want your
positive
kid to play basketball, watch Space Jam, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But as a movie, as a whole, it's a hole. In my heart. And
a hole.
Yeah. No, it was just like.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't.
Compared to the first one?
I think the first one is kind of as well. It's just that I've
definitely
seen.
Is.
But I just like.
I just love the soundtrack of the first one, to be honest.
Dude, the I did watch the first one as well, and it's also very it's just nostalgia.
Yeah.
It's not much more. It's not a good movie, in my opinion. And the second one is just, a clone of that.
Yeah. But they're 3D instead of 2D.
They become 3D. They get upgraded by the War Machine from the Marvel movies.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the bad guy.
Chad.
Not Boseman.
Exactly.
Boseman.
Yeah.
Not Boseman. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Don Cheadle is his name. Sorry.
There you go. But yeah.
Yeah. And I saw Iron Man 2, which introduces him into the Marvel universe.
I don't know if I've seen it. Which one
the
is
one
the
with
second?
Mickey Rourke with his electric...
Isn't that the third one?
No. The third one is the Sean...
I have not seen anything.
Dude.
Okay, I haven't seen Iron Man 2
It introduces Black Widow into the MCU, and it introduces Don Cheadle as the
Don Cheetos.
Don Cheetos. Exactly. It's an enjoyable movie. It's still Jon Favreau directing and writing it, but in the whole big scheme, it's not the most perfect movie.
I'll try to watch them though.
But I had a lot of fun watching it this time around. Actually, I did enjoy it. I started watching it in the bathtub, and then normally I get out of the bath and then I start watching something else. But with this, I still wanted to finish it, so I just switched devices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try to watch them as well because I have not seen them. Yeah. And it's fun to go back. I actually don't remember the first one that well anymore. I've only seen it the once at the cinema.
Oh, wow. Dude.
I never watched movies twice.
Oh, I know. But some movies are worth it, man.
Dude, I saw Infinity War for the Second time. No, I saw it twice at the cinema.
There
Never
we go.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I watch movies twice now.
Yeah.
I go to the cinema and I watch them twice if they're good enough. I know I've seen both the Spider-Man movies twice at the cinema.
Deadpool.
The Deadpool I saw 3 times.
Same.
And then one with work as well. Into the Spider-Verse, I saw the one that Peter from Nerdit invited me to, the pre-screening.
Yeah.
Then I saw it with work. Then I saw it by myself 2 more times.
Awesome. I've only seen it once at the cinema, I think, or maybe twice.
It was very good all the times at the cinema, and then all the times I've seen it at home. And now we're talking about watching it again at home.
Yeah.
Like everyone.
Oh, I was so close to putting it on yesterday.
And I'm so excited for next year when COVID is going to be, not a big thing, I'm hoping, and Into the Spider-Verse 2 will be out.
Yes.
But I also started watching Gravity Falls thanks to Matthias.
But I love Gravity Falls.
Gravity Falls is really good. I thought I had seen the whole first season, but no, I had fallen asleep. So all the episodes got checked.
Exactly the same thing. So I don't know how far I am.
Yeah, I had to go back. I was just on episode 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So I thought I was a bit further along, but that was in Swedish, and I didn't want to see it in Swedish. I went back a couple of episodes and watched it, in English properly. And now I have seen the first season almost.
Okay. But just going back to Space Jam, would you recommend, like...
For people with kids, sure.
Okay.
Like, all of those stupid movies work.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a kids movie except one. I just can't think of it. No, they enjoyed it. I hated it, but I can't think of what fucking movie that was. Like, me and my wife just died inside.
Ah.
No, dude, it was so bad. I just can't think of the movie. But most of these movies, even when they suck, my kids enjoy them.
Okay. How was, is it Kobe? No, who's the...
Oh,
the
shit,
basketball?
LeBron.
LeBron, shit, yeah.
I know,
Kobe's
dude.
Fuck.
Dude, I know nothing about LeBron.
But how was he as an actor? Like...
LeBron.
Oh, yeah. So there was no acting.
It's... I don't know. I just got the same vibes as I got from Michael Jordan.
Yeah, because he was not really...
Dude, they were not great actors.
No.
They're just millionaires now.
Yeah.
More millionaires.
Yeah, of course.
Is that
Because now they are toys as well.
No, but dude, no, they just like, as well as they could be actors. That's
okay.
what you get. It's not, it doesn't ruin the experience. It doesn't add to the experience. I don't read them as actors there. I just read them sort of like themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't really care, And I saw it in Swedish, so, it gets a bit worse.
So he was a great actor.
He was a great actor. He had this nice Swedish voice.
LeBron.
Men pappa.
Spela basket då för fan.
Han bara, du måste ta det allvarligt. And that was Space Jam in Swedish.
There we go.
Not a great movie, but with kids, like as a kid, I would have probably enjoyed it just because of the, all the characters and shit, and then they go from 2D to 3D and all that stuff, and it has like a lot of fun stuff kids would enjoy. But as a grown-up, did I enjoy this? No.
It's sad.
It isn't really. It's a money grab.
I think that's the more sad part. Like they actually made another Space Jam.
Yeah, my kids loved the first Space Jam.
Yeah. I mean, we loved it when it came out.
Mm-hmm. Dude, my son loved this movie, so it's not a waste. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a new Space Jam movie. My son,
for this generation,
yeah, and my son is more excited about Venom though too.
Ooh,
because that
be carnage.
Yeah, he's
but it's gonna be
so
bloody,
excited.
Right? I think they're making it R-rated.
They're
not probably
going to
go back
rating.
on it.
Yeah, but my son is
carnage.
really excited. That is one of my sort of like things with that movie is that there better be blood, because if it's carnage and there is no carnage.
But he is in this movie. It seems like he is created from blood. Like carnage is actually like blood.
But it looks like he's biting him.
Yeah,
and he's getting like part of venom inside of him, and that turns into
like
carnage inside of
sort
him.
of comes out from his blood, kind of. This like, so it could be a little bit gross, but in a good way.
No, dude.
And then Woody Harrelson, like it's just
he's
fun
so
to see
fucking
him.
terrifying, dude.
Yeah, he just looks like a proper. Like I don't know if you remember him from Natural Born Killers.
I rented that movie a lot.
Yes, like he is so twisted.
And it's that girl as well. What's her name?
Yeah, Juliette Lewis.
That's the one. I loved her as a kid.
I tried to rewatch it a couple of months back. It's such a weird and
It's very weird.
like it is so hectic. You get stressed. You get like an anxiety. It's
such a weird.
It's cut in
film.
such a weird way too. So it goes like into black and white, and then cartoon, and then this and that, and like
it's very
all over the place.
Yeah, it's crazy. I rented it a couple of years, after it was a thing. But still, the renting was a thing, and I was like, "What did I like about this?" I was like, "I'm so fucking like what?"
Yeah. And Tarantino did write it, I think, or was involved in writing it at least.
Yeah.
So he did that while he did True Romance. So it was supposed to be, like, I think what would happen after True Romance. So like it's the same characters, but then
I did not know that
they rewrote it into its own thing. I think something like that. But yeah, dude, I don't know how we derailed into that. But, Woody Harrelson Carnage. Yes.
Yeah, my son is super excited. I hope it's from, like, I hope I can take him to the cinema and see it but it all depends.
Yeah.
Where they put the age limit.
And I'm hoping that you can't.
Yeah, dude, I'm hoping I can't as well.
Yeah.
But if it's going to suck, I don't want to see it alone.
No. And I'm actually getting I was going to say anxiety, but I mean excited for the new Dune movie.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That looks beautiful.
Yes.
It really, really looks great.
A lot of fucking actors.
So, yeah, the roster
and every time you look at it, he's in it. Yeah,
exactly.
He's in it. Like,
yeah. And I looked it up for my mom because she's like, do you know anything about this new Dune or whatever? And I was like, oh, yeah, no, it's this, and I like this and this and this actors in it. And then I just looked it up to see when it's coming out at the cinemas. And then I saw the rest of all the actors, and I'm like, what?
Dude,
What?
Yep.
No way. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah.
It's a lot of excitement for that one. But I was excited about that one. Yeah. From the get-go. And I have no prior experience with Dune.
I was just going to ask.
I remember the old movies, but I just never read the books. I never played the games.
You've seen the first movie, though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because I know I have,
but dude,
I don't
it's like
remember.
Flash Gordon. Yeah. I remember jack shit.
Exactly. I own it. I have it on Blu-ray, but I haven't rewatched it
Something they
yet.
fought about Spice.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Spice Girls. I don't know.
It's probably both.
Probably.
Yeah, yeah. And then some weird fight scene with like they've got a knife, but then hologram protection
I don't
shield.
Remember any of it.
Patrick Stewart's there. Like, yeah, it's a super weird one. But yeah, so that's something that I'm excited for. That's gonna be.
It feels like it's gonna be the Blade Runner of its year. That type of movie where it's like
more like operatic type of sci-fi. Just big, beautiful shots with a lot of people and stuff. But apart from that, I'm not really that hyped for anything coming out. Like, I guess the new Spidey, which is coming out soon.
Yeah, I don't know enough about that to be excited. I just, like, when it comes, I'll be excited.
Yeah. It's more just to see how they progress from Far From Home. Yeah. Like, how did they go from that, the last shot in Far From Home where he gets exposed,
Oh, sure, yeah. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just curious to see
at
that.
The end,
and then I'm always happy to see Tom Holland as Peter Parker or Spidey.
That is such a great end credit scene, though.
Yeah.
Because it's so happy and everything. And then, like, what?
Best twist
fuck?
ever.
Yeah.
And it just, yes.
And
that's what you want from an end credit scene.
Yes. And also, that's where they're like, they throw Disney at you, sort of, and then they curveball it. And you're like,
oh, no. This is still like Sony Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, pah! Yes.
Slap in the face.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was really good.
Whatever happened to that Mobius movie with Jared Leto?
Dude, I have no idea.
I think
it
that's
just
coming
went
out this
quiet.
year.
And what happened to that cum guy, the knull? Knullis. What happened to Knull, the guy?
Knull, the guy,
the cum poster that they made for Knull, the whatever the fuck it was.
We might get a little. That could be an Easter egg or a heads up in the Carnage movie, because
what was that one called though? It was
Let There Be Carnage.
No, the Knull one. What was the full title? Knull is Coming or something like that.
Yeah.
Because that was like the poster with the seeming like
the guy in the he's in the chair, like the throne. I don't know what the whole.
Dude, I have no idea where they're going with that.
I think it's wrapped up now. To be honest, I think.
Oh, dude, it is 100% done. I think they're just holding these now.
Venom killed Knoll.
You got knullad.
Knulla knull. Han knulla knull, ja.
Yo.
Yo.
Heard it here first.
Because I do watch those sort of wrap-ups of
Yeah.
the different comics, so I wanted to see what.
Oh, by
knull
the way,
was all
knull in Swedish means fuck.
Fuck. Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is a terrible title.
it is.
But apparently the creator knew about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things are going to get knulled when that shit comes around.
Yeah, you don't fuck around with
You
knull.
don't fuck around with knull. Or you do. Who
Yeah,
knows?
Probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't have anything more to say about knull.
Nope. Knull is over.
Let's.
Let's have a smoke and then move on.
Yeah. That's it. That's it, folks.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening to
Why are you
this.
still here? Like,
Why
go
are you
do
here?
something productive, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Woo!
In 5 minutes, we can cut off to get a nice round number.
But we did have silence for the first 5 minutes of this, so
That's true.
Perfect. Thank you, and have a great week, everybody.
Yeah.
Remember to start planning that Inktober shit, and go watch the Suicide Squad. because
Exactly.
I know you're gonna love it.
Yeah, I would say give it a knull and move on. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's go.